Is it some devil that crawls inside of you?
Do you think there's sneezing fit ASMR videos?
If there is, I think only allergy sufferers would listen.
Like, yes, I sneeze like that too.
That person gets
Validation.
me. It's kind of bad though. Like when I have a sneezing fit, it kind of sounds like I'm dying or like squeaking like a mouse, and then my eyes water and I kind of look like I'm on the verge of death.
Well, I don't know what it feels like to feel like you're dying. I've never been there. Still alive.
Sure.
Welcome to the Bad Etiquette podcast.
All right.
All right.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Today, my guest is Kiana Hayes, wonderful person and friend. And how would you describe yourself? What if I had to give you a title? What would you like go by? What would be like your fucking signature on an email?
Like a name for myself or words to describe myself?
I don't know. Like I'd be like fathead comedian podcaster, Dallas. You know what I mean?
Can I like be cliche and use my Instagram bio?
Yeah.
Morbid.
No, that's what exactly.
Morbid and sweet.
Morbid and sweet.
Yeah, I think that summarizes me pretty well.
I love morbidity.
I do as well. My parents, super morbid, super dark, but then I'm also like, inherently kind a little bit. So
Ew. Inherently kind. Everyone just throws those around, those traits. How are you feeling right now?
feeling good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to ask you that so early, like this is horrible, but I do mean about Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
Because as of right now, it is Sunday, January 26th, 1:20 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
He just died.
Yeah.
Like, I just left Kylie's house, drove here, got here, and in between that drive, it was confirmed he died somehow. So
yeah, I was getting ready to come here, and my mom texted me, who I told you was like hardcore fan, hardcore, and she like, I'm like reading the message. Like she just sent me, she's like, Nani, like Kobe Bryant like died, and I literally was like, what do you mean? Like what? It was one of those moments where I felt like all existence around me just stopped happening. Like it's so heavy. It's so heavy.
it's always cry. Like some picture of the person with no words, and I'm like, oh, no.
Yep.
And then I have to go on from one social media app to the other to find out. So I went, and Gary V posted just a photo of him with broken heart emojis, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to process it. I was like, he's not old enough for this to make sense. What the hell? And then I went to Facebook, and I saw one of those stupid Facebook stories. Those stupid. Sorry if you post them, but I think they're
have
cancer.
A Facebook.
Oh, funny. You had cancer.
So funny. I can relate.
So yeah. So you've had Facebook stories in you. It's the Bad Etiquette podcast, folks. And then someone just had I saw their stories, like the little window of it, and it had a picture of Kobe Bryant. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. I hate those.
Yeah.
We hate
what a
them.
horrible way to find out. Facebook stories confirmed it for me.
I feel like most of the people that post those kinds of things on Facebook, it's like for themselves. Like it's not because they're really sad. They want people to know that they're sad about something. So they're like, look at me being so fucking sad.
Have you been talking to Kylie? No. Literally, I just texted her about that because she pointed this out recently. Every time something happens, with the Kristen Smart page,
right?
Everyone just makes the whole thing about themselves when they post on there. It's so stupid. I'm not a part of that page that find Kristen Smart because obviously that page is just Well, when a group page is around long enough, it just is not what it originally intended to be. It just kind of like devolves into something gross, and it's kind of what it seems to be. But she was talking about how whenever something serious happens, like people just want to make it about themselves, and it's just like sprinkled in facts about like whatever case, like whether it's losing Kobe or finding Kristen Smart, and it's just like one of those. Does Ryan ever say something and you're like, this is why I'm with this person? They're spot on about something.
Absolutely.
Because he's a quiet guy. I don't know if he's ever spoken ever.
He's pretty quiet, but I think he's very selective about what he says. Like, he's just not one of those people that fills in to just fill in, like to have his voice heard. Like, if he's saying something, it's because he feels like it's something solid.
He doesn't have verbal diarrhea like I do.
Not like I do either. I know, and like I'll just be fucking going on and on and on. He'll just be sitting there like,
you can verbally shart all you want here.
Cool. I didn't take any Imodium, so that's good.
I've always just known Ryan as the hot guy at the coffee shop.
Oh boy.
So for like you to date him is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because just like now he's something more. Now he's a hot guy dating Kiana.
Yeah. I feel like that too, and it's funny because we were in Southside yesterday, and that's where we met, you know. And we'll have been together for 4 years in March, and it's
really?
so yeah.
I had no idea. That's so
fucking
cool.
know. It's
That's
really
crazy.
cool, and I'm
Isn't
like, I have this little coffee shop to thank. Like, I would have never like met him or known who he was or anything like that, and then destiny just kind of came in and was
That's
like,
so
hey,
sweet.
I know, it's super cute.
Oh, one of my first like dates or hangouts was with Kylie at Southside.
I've seen the picture.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that picture.
It fucking hurts. It's so goddamn cute.
Yeah.
I can't.
It is. I know. It's one of my favorite photos ever. And it was taken, get this, folks, on a Windows phone. So.
That's okay. It's okay.
I'm very old, apparently, because I say folks now.
Folks.
Folks.
It's wholesome. It's a wholesome word.
Wholesome word? Well, I have to counterbalance for all the times I say the cunt word.
Love the word cunt.
It's
Love
a
it.
perfect word. I specifically say the word country just so I can get a little cunt out. You know what I mean?
Ryan and I call each other that all the time, and it horrifies his mother. Like, she's really upset about it.
That's
like,
hilarious. I just got to the point where I can like casually call other people cunts around my mom.
right.
Because before that was the only word I couldn't use.
Oh,
Yeah.
out of all of them?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking of all the bad ones. Pretty sure cunt was the one that she was like,
Yeah, makes her twitch a little.
yeah.
My parents just told me cuss words are cuss words because someone made them to be so.
That's beautiful.
Like, they didn't give a shit when I was growing up. They were just like, like my dad was like, I don't care if you cuss around me. He's like, because for all we know, orange could have been a bad word. Like, we could have said, you fucking orange. Like, what if, you never know. But just because someone decided, hey, fuckhead, that's a bad one.
Fuckhead's good. I like
It
that.
is good. I like it too.
I think I'm going to turn your mic up a little.
Okay.
You have a perfectly delicate voice. And
I'm so sorry.
I want to make sure that
I'll
it's
scream.
coming in. No, it's totally fine because we can always turn it up, your voice.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to like overpower it.
I'm scared to like yell.
No, you're totally fine.
Okay.
You just be like loud and like obnoxious. Yeah.
I talk pretty quiet most of the time unless I get animated about something I'm like really about. But other than that, like, I get called Kourtney Kardashian all the time because it just stays right here.
I don't get that reference.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I'll take your word for it. Okay. I know that she's a Kardashian. I don't know what personalities there are between them, because if someone were to ask me, I'd say, oh no, they don't have personalities. So yeah, just be loud. If you were a cartoon character, what would you be?
Oh my God, wait, I've never been asked this before.
I know, isn't it awesome?
I don't know
love
how to
it when good
answer.
shit-
Oh, if I could be what would I be?
Yeah, which cartoon character would you be?
Oh, wait, fuck.
If you could be any of them.
Oh my God. This is so weighted. There's so many. Like,
Weighted?
yeah, like,
It's not a blanket. Shut up. Which cartoon character would you be?
okay. I think I would be. I love so many cartoons.
Guys,
I
she's
feel like
focusing right now. She looks like she's like summoning something. She has her
am.
eyes closed, fingertips at the temples. She's
like, I get so bad about these kinds of questions. I take them too seriously, but I think I relate. Let's see. What's that one from Adventure Time? The cute little emo one? I can't remember her name right now. I can't talk.
Her dad's the fucking devil or whatever.
Yes.
She plays the bass,
yes.
right? God, who is that?
I don't
totally know.
And I'm ashaming myself because I love that show.
Gosh, what is her name? There's
She's
Princess
cute.
Bubblegum, and then there's people
I think it's like an
that
M.
are die-hard Adventure Time screaming at us right now,
Yeah,
Adventure Time fans.
I know.
Like, it's fucking what is
posers. I don't know.
So
But
is it an
I
M?
quite like her a bit.
I'm gonna look it up. Keep
Are
talking.
You? Okay.
Don't look.
I just feel like she's just the right amount of angsty, but then like sweet. You know, like she has her moments.
Yeah, you can't just have a pure angst or pure sweet character.
No.
Because even Princess Bubblegum like freaks out sometimes.
Oh, yeah, she
That's
gets
when
pissed.
she's hottest. Dang. Adventure Time is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. They need to fucking chill.
Wow, they do need
It's
to chill.
Marceline, the vampire queen.
Marceline,
I would have
ee.
never remembered that.
I wouldn't have either.
Marceline's a beautiful name.
She
I
is.
like that, Marcy.
I know. I love her.
Cool. Okay. I like that.
Again, morbid, sweet, angsty, sweet.
I used to do a pretty good lemon grab impression.
Fuck, really?
I just saw him. I forgot all about that character until right now. Did you see that?
I did see
surge
that.
of sunlight.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking clouds out around. Horrible weather right now.
I know, for a sad day.
Not a good time
For
to fly.
a sad day.
Oh,
Yes. Look at that. The sky is morning as well. Stop.
dude, I'm trying so hard not to. Okay, one of the things is like when something serious like this happens, I think this is just who I've always been as a person and evidently why I'm a comedian.
Right.
Is it's like, oh, something bad happened, let's make fun of it, let's make a joke about it. And I couldn't like set aside like the mourning and then the joke part for me today. So I had to like, I literally like wrote some like gags, jokes down,
Yeah.
like while I was being upset, and I was like, I gotta get these out because I'll forget them, and I'm not about the jokes right now.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Bourdain when he died,
Oh my God.
one of my absolute heroes, as you all know, folks. There it is again. I shared a meme of Guy Fieri, and it said "Rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain," and I was like, I just gotta get it out now, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to stand it. I'm gonna be mad at someone if they do it first.
Is it like a coping? Is that what it is?
It absolutely is. I think as a lot of people will come to know if they ever get like really into comedy, most of those people are pretty fucked up. And I think a lot of the styles you see in comedy are coping mechanisms. And they're just kind of like the way people cope. And it's a strange expression of people's demons. So
I can relate. I mean, like, I make cancer jokes all the time, and people will, like, look at me like, is she okay? Like, does she not know that she
They're
had
like,
cancer?
wow,
Like,
does she have cancer of the brain, this idiot? She doesn't know she has cancer. Oh
like,
my gosh.
I do that all the time. So, I mean, like, I get it. But
All right. So yeah, for our listeners who have no idea, you are a cancer survivor.
I am.
That's so cool.
I still don't know how to, like, process those words sometimes. Like,
Is
I
it,
just...
once you go through it, is it strange because it's like, now I have a title I can use. That's a fucking Instagram bio I can use.
Yes. Yeah. And I think, like, I mean, it changes you, like, all sorts of different ways that you would, like, never think about. But then, like, you know, when you think of just, like, humanity, you see people walking around, and everybody has stuff that happens to people. And like you said, a title, like, not a lot of people have titles. Like, oh, you know, like, it's like I fucking go to work and I come home, or I, you know, and some people are like, I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm a brother, or whatever. And like, I almost didn't want to use the cancer survivor thing because, like, I fucking hate cliches. Ask Ryan. Like, we were just talking about this yesterday. Like, they just, like, parts of me die, like, because I don't like things that are overused and that have, like, a lost meaning. But then when I think about, like, the term, like, cancer survivor, it's like I think of it more as something that I went through rather than, like, a title. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, absolutely, because it's not like your identity. It's just a phase of your life.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
that's like people still calling me like goth kid. Like, I definitely went through a goth phase. And there's still accessories of it everywhere.
Yes.
But if you called me goth kid right now,
What?
actually, I totally have this like annoying self-applied title.
Okay.
goth rock shock jock on this fucking thing. I like tagged one of my posts and I was like, that's so funny. I need to use that.
I love it.
Anyways, back to you and the more important and compelling topic, cancer.
Right.
What kind of cancer did you have
I had
have?
Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it is a lymphatic cancer, and it's found in the blood, so it's kind of like along the same lines as like leukemia.
That's
like
one
other
of the
like
big
that.
ones.
Yeah, it is, but it's
Like when you said that, people are like, people are
Yeah.
driving like, oh shit,
Like,
that
fuck.
one?
Yeah.
The freaking,
The
the one
one?
I know the name of? Damn.
yeah. Well, and so there's a lot of people get them mixed up. There's Hodgkin's lymphoma and there's non-Hodgkin's, and non-Hodgkin's is the one that people die from a lot, like, and it's in older people, but Hodgkin's affects younger people and is way more, like, it has an 80% cure rate right now after treatment. So it's like,
so you're not even that cool for cancer.
not
right
cool.
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
All right.
skated through it. It's pretty, it was pretty easy.
What was it like, actually? I more or less, what are kind of like the obvious questions people ask you about going through cancer?
People, well, literally people always ask how chemo was, because like when you think of bad things happening to you in life or like hard things to go through, like chemo is one of those things that people think about. And there's different cancers, there's different kinds. Well, they're not fucking treating all the cancers with the same ones. But I get asked how that was, and so it sucked. It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
It is like it is the gnarliest physical thing like you can feel, because you literally feel like you're dying. You feel like you're being poisoned. Like,
Well, yeah, you're
it just,
poisoning your
yeah,
body,
exactly.
correct.
So people ask me that, and then I get asked like, oh, are you always scared it's gonna come back? And I'm like, I just had a scan the other day and I get the results on Wednesday. And I always use that stupid hashtag like scanxiety, because the anxiety never fucking goes away about it. Like it can be the most beautiful day out. I'm like in the sunshine, like fucking walking, and all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, what if I'm like sick again? So, but
Scanxiety.
yeah.
I like that. I'm writing that down.
yeah, do it. It's a good one.
A lot of like the main source of anxiety comes from humans' inability to control the future, and you don't know what the future holds. You don't know what those result holds. I'm pretty positive they're fine.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive they're negative.
Thank you.
So, how do you manage anxiety? Like when you know you're having anxiety or know you are getting it about something,
Right.
how do you manage that? How do you find a way to like neutralize it? You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna say a cliche that a lot of people.
She hates cliches,
I
she
do.
said.
You've probably seen it on Instagram, on fucking those fake wholesome picture frames and Marshalls that say the cute quotes on them, but be present, being present.
Do you like get wrapped up and you have like a bow?
Yeah.
You're present.
Yeah, sparkly, shiny. I'm a fucking gift.
Kind of wrapping big when you like. Okay, so be present. Just
Pulling myself back to the right now. Yeah.
just smelling things, touching things around you, just like I'm here.
Yeah, centering myself, like just reminding myself like you are fucking working yourself up for something that hasn't even happened. You are wasting energy that you could be utilizing to have a great moment right now. Blah, 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 all that like namaste guru shit, but it helps me.
It helps. That's cool. Do you read is there any books that have like made a substantial impact as far as that goes?
As soon as you started asking, I had an answer.
Oh, let's do it.
Power
What is
of
it?
Now.
Power of Now.
Eckhart Tolle. And
I know that name.
like when I started reading that book when I was 17 or 18 years old.
I've been saying Toll this whole time.
That's okay. I think I'm saying it wrong, to be
Eckhart
quite
Tolle
honest. I just want to
sounds
be a
great,
fancy
though.
bitch. Tolle.
T-O-H-L-E.
I think it's Tolle, I believe.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
T-O.
It's a great book, and I like it. I like it because it, I think, can be read by a multitude of people, and it talks about that. Like, you don't have to have like a religious denomination, or you like you don't have to necessarily believe in God or like whatever it is. It really just, it gives people the tools to just appreciate what is going on right now, because so much of life is lost. But like you said, worrying, getting the anxiety about things you can't control.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty rad.
I mean, to me, like that says it all. Is like when something you're anxious about is something you cannot control, and that's where anxiety stems from. Make peace with that. You can't control it. Fuck it. Like, I don't know what has happened to me over the course of starting this show, but I've had a pretty easy relationship with anxiety because of it, and I don't know why.
That's good.
You know, most things make me anxious. I think part of it is understanding that anxiety is like a primal thing that your body does. It gets you like prepared for battle in a way, because it's like you don't know how this is going to go. Defend
Fight or
yourself.
flight.
So it's like your body just going, hey, get ready to defend yourself. Get ready to defend yourself against consequences, happenstances, whatever affliction may come your way, whether it's like getting cut off in traffic or like being late for something, or, you know, waiting on test results for something. Like, you just be prepared. So I just kind of like the whole mentality of like diving headfirst into chaos, just like going into battle.
Yeah.
Recently I've been watching like war movies and things, and like the sheer panic and kind of understanding the emotions in these characters that are going into like a war that I didn't understand when I was a kid.
Right.
Because I was always watching violent shit like that. And now just kind of realizing like these guys gotta fucking, they don't have time for anxiety. They just gotta embrace it.
Yeah.
So I think I just kind of been embracing things when I get anxious about them.
I'm gonna take that with me, because I'm so cautious, and I've been like that since I was a little kid. Like, I don't know if I want to do that, or like whatever. But
There's kind of a benefit to it when you're calling yourself a comedian, because like if something doesn't go well, I get a fucking story out of it. That's that's another part of the whole embracing everything. Is just like, if this sucks, it might be hilarious. You know, I might have a funny joke about it. So
that's good.
that's cool. You know, it happened recently with something. I don't even remember what it was. I wrote it down because I can't remember shit. But
It's okay.
I was like, hey, that sucked. Good thing it happened, because now I can fucking write about it as a joke. It's funny. It's totally like experience. Like, there's so much value in experiences that the fact that people's anxiety deters them from going through with things is very heartbreaking, because you're going to have anxiety whether you do or don't do something. Why not get the story out of it? Why not do the thing? Why not have the fucking, you know, be a little more interesting at the next party, you know, be a little more care. And once you go through it, you're like, now I know how it feels to be anxious before so-and-so. So now I know how to contain it next time I'm anxious before so-and-so. Experience.
I'm just starting to do that within the last like year and a half too, I think.
Cool.
I missed out on so much shit. Like, I used to worry so fucking much about looking stupid in front of people, because I like to consider myself generally intelligent. So when that like was like chipped, or when that was, you know, like
Compromise.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, this is what people are going to carry with them about me. They're going to remember this fucking moment where I looked like a complete and utter dipshit. But now I'm just like, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Everyone has those moments. It's fine.
I was totally worried about looking stupid for doing things, so I used to not do them. And then I found out I was looking stupid no matter what. So I was like, I better do it. So that's why I have a fucking, like, that happens on this show sometimes. Like, I'll say something or talk about something stupid, or I'll put my foot in my mouth. And I tell people I kind of have like a built-in excuse, because it's called the Bad Etiquette podcast.
Right.
But
Crutch.
also, it's like, well, now you literally get to hear in real time me growing as a person from the first episode, the 20th episode, to now the 51st episode. Like, that's awesome.
I like
There's
that.
a real fucking tangible, like, proof. And if you don't listen to it and you don't like it, people, well, go listen to, you know, another podcast.
Yeah.
Someone else's.
You like something that's not mine.
I actually have plans of doing another podcast.
What?
I do, yeah.
Really?
Not to brag, not to just talk about me
Fucking
here.
brag.
It's still in its infancy, but I talk so much about jiu-jitsu on here
Right.
that I was at the jiu-jitsu gym, and I was in the locker room with like with my coach and like a couple, you know, professor, a couple people back there, and there's this thing we get. I call it mat brain.
Okay.
It's after you just, you know, go through an intense physical exercise and stress that is jujitsu, that like you can't fucking process shit afterwards. You're always just like, I'm sorry, what'd you say, dude? Like you like I used to have a hard time deciding like, do I take my flip-flops off and put my shoes on, or like do I take that? Like I couldn't grab like my gym bag and like my belongings in the right order, and I'd be like, why do I have my keys first? I don't need those till I get to the car. So I put my keys in my bag, and then I get out and be like, fuck, where are my keys? And like just it was Matt brain, just stupid. So
Oh my God.
I just called it that, and I was talking about it after class one time, and this guy's like, oh, I like that. Matt brain, that's good. And I was like, yeah, dude, tell everyone. I want it to catch on. Matt
Tell your
brain.
friends,
I call
tell
it,
your
yeah. So
wives.
anyone I like message on Instagram or whatever talking about it, I call it Matt brain. And one of the coaches is like, I want to have a podcast. We call it Matt brain. And he like every time like I see him, he's talking about having like a podcast about something. And then he did it that time, and for whatever reason I wasn't having a lot of Matt brain, and I was like, oh shit, I could totally just add a show onto my service or whatever, and just for free, and just call it Matt brain.
Yeah.
And just talk about jujitsu. We go do it at the gym, go bring my shit over there.
Right.
That easy.
That sounds
So
pretty sweet.
be on the lookout, folks. Just plugged it. Non-existent podcast yet. Changing gears here.
Okay.
Back to you. You said your parents were very like blasé about their like cuss words in the world kind of thing.
Right.
That's cool. I like that. You see, I don't really know much about your parents. I know very like interesting few details. They seem like a very interesting couple, very interesting people.
Yeah, I was going to say they are not a couple.
I did know
they
that.
have not been since I was little, and they tried again for a while. When I got older, I was like, fucking stop.
Yeah, isn't it
gonna
weird when they
throw
do
up
it
in my
again
mouth,
and then
like-
you're like, guys, I think it was working when this wasn't working.
Yeah, it's
Let's
like
get
you
outta
feel
here.
smarter than them in the moment. You're like, why are you not saying
When I
what
know,
everyone
I
else is
think I
saying?
broke my parents up when I was a teenager. I told them, I
boy.
was like, I was like, you guys are happier when you're apart, so why are you even together? And I said that, and both my parents were like, I think one of them pointed it out that I said that. And I was like, oh, great. So you're the reason I'm fucked up? I
Right.
fucking broke you guys up? That's awesome. You know that whole like, oh, kids should never blame themselves. It was my fault. I'm blaming myself.
Like, I remember the exact fucking moment.
I remember
that
what part of the like tree I was looking at outside when I said it. Are you kidding?
It's okay. I mean, I don't know. My parents have a really good, like, healthy relationship now. Like, you know, even though they've been apart for like ever. And I think when I got sick, they really, really had to like, you know,
Act like they liked each other.
fuck yeah, you know, because they don't want to be in my chemo appointments.
Like, we gotta
cussing each other
be
out.
prepared to see each other in case she dies.
I know, for real.
Like a thing.
No, but they're very cool people. I love my parents. I'm pretty close to them now as like an adult, I suppose.
Isn't it weird considering yourself an adult?
I hate that shit.
I still think I'm a teenager a lot of the time.
oh,
Like
same.
when I see actual teenagers, that's when I'm like, I'm a fucking adult. Jesus, what is
Yes,
wrong
you
with
get
these
your shit
actual
together.
shitbirds walking around?
I fucking hate teenagers.
Dude,
Like,
it's so funny because I was just like, everyone hates teenagers. What a horrible time to go through. But it's like, yeah, fuck them. Teenagers suck.
fuck them.
Teenagers, people hate teenagers so much. Other teenagers go to school and kill the other teenagers. They're like, I fucking hate you guys. And they shoot them.
Like, this is why people fucking hate us. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Well, so many of them are just shitheads. And I think like, I don't know, Ryan thinks like, we got into this discussion the other day. We were talking about someone that's like 4 years younger than us. And I was like, they're a baby.
That's
and
a
he's like,
millennial for us.
it's not that much, Kiana. I'm like, Ryan, think about what we were like a year ago. I'm like, we were that age when we met, and think about how stupid and fucking childish we were. You know, like, I think, I don't know, you know, like when we have friends in our friend groups, like most of my friends are older than me, and you think like, oh, okay, it's not like that big of a gap. Like, it's a couple years. But I think like when you really look at them, you can change in like a month. So when you think about that span of time, like a years, you're like, wow, look at that whole new fucking person.
I can't get over the fact that 20 and 24 is like 10 years difference of people. There's this 20-year-old I know. I was just skating with him recently, and I was like, oh shit, he's 20. He seems so much younger than me.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking up. I forget his name. Sorry, dude. He knows who he is if he's listening to this. And I don't know where I was going with this now.
It's okay. We're talking about age, 20, 24,
You're
skating.
so sharp. Anyways, but yeah, most people are like, yeah, I don't know either. I wasn't listening. I was just waiting for my turn to talk.
I know.
People are bad
I
listeners.
fucking hate that shit.
But I was like, God damn, I feel like an old man compared to you. And I know, like, you could just look at certain people and you can tell they're like, they don't have certain experience or certain experiences. And it's cool. It's totally fine. Just like some people get too anxious and don't go out there and have experiences. That's fine. But it was just another case of like, there's multitudes of people between us. There's 21, there's 22, and there's 23, which is gotta be like the worst fucking feeling ever. You know that song, that Blink-182 song? I forget what it's called. I think it might literally just be called "Nobody Likes You When You're 23."
Yes.
That is so real.
Yeah. I felt
You know who
hated.
also doesn't like you when you're 23? Yourself. I hated me as 23.
How old are you right now?
I'll be 25 in April.
Okay.
How old are you?
I just turned 24 on the 10th.
Oh, you're like so. You're gonna have the best year of your life so far.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. I mean, horrible start. You know, sorry about Kobe, but
I know. Fuck.
okay.
That's fuck. Don't make me cry because I will.
All right. One of my favorite things to do is to go onto Twitter because I just follow a bunch of comedians and see the jokes they make about people after they die.
Oh, shit.
And the first one I read wasn't even necessarily a joke. It was just so grim and dark. And I was just like, wow. I'd like screenshot it and send it to Kylie and be like, and then there's Ari.
Yeah.
And then there's this dude saying this.
I'm pretty dark, but I'm also really sensitive. Like, I'm so fucking sensitive. So sometimes when I read stuff like that, I'm like, how fucking dare you? How I can't relate to that sometimes.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Like-
I get it at first because like I used to be very upset. Someone said something about Anthony Bourdain saying that he just like some dude I knew who was on my friends list who never liked, commented, was never there. Like he was one of those ghost friends down there, just like those sleeper cell friends.
Yes.
And then I'm sharing all this stuff about Anthony Bourdain because obviously he meant a lot to me.
Right.
And he fucking says some stupid comment about him jerking off and choking himself and dying that way. And I was like, who the fuck are you? That
just made me like,
his name's Patrick, Patty Hamburger, whatever the fuck his stupid name on social media is. I keep seeing him like pop up in suggested follows. Dude, fuck you. And I saw you come into Starbucks a couple months ago and get fucking shy away from me. That's right. I saw you, bitch. Anyways,
who says that
I'm fine.
shit?
Yeah, what a fucking cunt, dude.
Like, the dude was fucking depressed clearly and like decided to take his own
But
life.
also, you don't say anything to me about any post I ever share. Don't like anything, and then you pop up on the one that fucking means something to me. You little fucking bitch. Oh, I was seeing fucking. I hate this person. I'm fine. Anyway, so yeah.
I hate them as well.
I also react
with you.
in a way towards posts like that. Maybe get a little excited.
Your
maybe
face is a little red.
It's a white thing. We get red.
It's okay. I relate.
I turn.
I mean,
Turning
like,
colors? Really? Wow.
I do.
I get pink a lot.
You know, according to my 23andMe, I'm like, I think like almost, like damn near half white European.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
40.
Do you feel half privileged?
Half
a lot?
privileged.
Do you feel? Do you get any of the white
The
privilege
other-
with the half?
No.
Damn.
Negative.
Ugh.
I'm the black girl, the mixed girl, the girl with the curly hair.
Yeah, that's the bummer part for people wanting to like get like if you're mixed. People only treat you with one side and not the other. No one's like, oh, thank God she's half white. People are like,
She's one of
but
us.
even the black people are like, oh, she's half white. You know, like,
Oh, you wouldn't even fucking believe my whole life. Like,
I personally, I don't feel like I'm speaking out of turn because
Right.
I've experienced enough mixed race people to understand
Oh, no, totally.
where this is coming from. So, but please, if I do, just be like, shut up, whitey. You don't know. You don't know what you're talking
cracker.
about. Yeah.
You know where that term comes from?
Cracker? No. Where
Yeah,
does it come
people
from?
think, and my dad, fucking God bless him.
Dads are beautiful racists. I love it. They say the things that come out of dads' mouths are. There should be a Twitter. And today my dad said,
racist dads. My dad said to me that most people think it's, like white people get called crackers because crackers are pale, bleached. No, it's from them cracking the whip on black people. Whip crack.
That's darker than I ever thought. Damn, you don't have to explain it. I know what the whip comes from. I've seen Roots. Anyways, Jesus Christ.
I fucking know. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, are you fucking kidding? I was like, so people, like all these white people, like, hey, you're calling me. Like, no, bitch, you're getting called a cracker because you used to beat people.
That's almost like a dark respect comment, like fucking. Like you were a level of authority in some place. That blows my mind. I still can't.
I can't. Like it just, like those things that just change you forever. Like in a second, you hear something, and you're like, that's it. Nothing was the same.
Yeah, nothing was the same. I used to feel a lot of like white guilt about slavery, and then I found out my family didn't even come over here till the 1900s. So I was like,
oh boy,
I don't feel so bad anymore.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
No, I still feel horrible when I hear about it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm sure
like,
if I had some 23andMe, I'd have some relatives somewhere. But damn,
that's funny.
Such a trip. I had a joke about Ancestry.com.
Okay.
And I was like, it totally bombed last time.
Really?
It was the first time I told it, and I opened with it like an idiot. And I was like, you know who you don't see in Ancestry.com commercials? Black people.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I wish that's the reaction I got.
It's always like, I found out that my Irish family from blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no one gives a fuck about your
and
fucking...
they were on and they went to Ellis Island, or they were on the Mayflower, but no one's like, I found out my dad was rowing his way here for the slave owners. No, that commercial isn't there. That part of the commercial isn't there. No. If they would, they change it to some like Eddie Murphy Coming to America, like, he was a king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all funny. It's all fun and games.
So
I think.
that was essentially the joke, and it just didn't really.
I appreciate it.
I feel like also people in Lompoc are stupid, so I was like, oh no, I gave them a thinker right off the bat. I don't think they'll get it.
No, they don't. I should
have like slipped it in the middle somewhere.
It's okay.
That's fine.
You learned, and now you have a story, like you just told, like you said.
Yeah, exactly,
yes,
exactly.
Full circle.
Well,
Look at that.
Yeah, that was a big part of the set I did too. I was just like, I gotta get it out of the way, because if it goes horribly, I'm gonna learn so much. I'm gonna learn so much more than if it goes well. And I did, and I feel like I learned a lot, and I already changed the way I'm like recording jokes.
Good.
In my head. So absolutely
righteous.
Do you want to know another horrible what's the word? Like backstory behind a racial slur?
I do.
Okay, so people call Asians zipper heads.
Fuck. Okay, I'm kind of scared now because I've never heard that term, and it sounds a little...
Okay, if you see Clint Eastwood plays this like racist character in Gran Torino. So Clint Eastwood plays Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. I'm just kidding. I love that guy. I don't think he's as bad as the character he plays in Gran Torino. But he lives in this old neighborhood, and it's now inhabited by Hmong people. And he calls a couple of them zipper heads. And I remember my dad laughing. He's like, oh, fucking zipper head. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. And someone had to explain it to me that in the Korean War, the American Jeeps would run over the dead bodies of the Korean soldiers, and the tire tracks looked like a zipper across their heads, and they call them zipper heads. Oh my god! Right? That's the reaction I've been trying to get out of people. I'm sure I've said this like 3 times on the podcast, but fuck, that's right. That was the most fucked up like backstory behind a racial slur that I've heard, because I won't really so easily say the rest of the racial slurs I know, but.
Oh my fucking God.
Isn't that?
Well, and you know, I have that like writer's curse where I picture things so fucking vivid in my head. Like
You're just bragging about your imagination.
yeah,
Shut up.
I'm so
Everyone has
fucking
it.
creative.
I can imagine things so good. My childhood didn't even need friends. I was alone in the backyard.
I was a lonely bitch. It's okay.
That came from somewhere real. That was a lot of my childhood. Damn. I had a really good imagination. Didn't need friends. I got one toy soldier, and not even my toys had friends. Ouch. Let's change the subject. All right. This is really just my therapeutic process, getting to talk at people about my problems.
It's okay. I'm here for you to talk through your
Fair
suppressed traumas.
So what, okay, I want to go back to cancer because this is a very compelling subject and it's very interesting. And I don't think a lot of people get to speak with people about cancer, and it's kind of like a strange, like abstract, it's more of a concept to people.
Right.
And even though they know people in their personal lives that have been afflicted by it and might die from it, there's still a lot of like mystery about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Still a lot of like, and that's the way I feel. I've lost a couple people to cancer. It's not fun. I mean, some of it's fun. I'm just kidding. None of it's fun. I just had to correct that because I was like, "There's no fun." No shit. What kind of like preconceived notions, kind of like the chemo thing, would you correct in people's minds about cancer or experiencing it or chemo?
Okay. The first one that came to my mind was the whole hair bit, losing your hair.
That was where I was going to go with this. Yeah.
So like not all of the like, you know, chemos make people lose their hair. It's, you know, like I talk to people that have gone through chemo and the kind of medicines that doesn't affect your hair, but mine did. And a lot of people, like till this fucking day, oh my God, it makes me so fucking angry thinking about it. People would be like, well, it's just hair. It's going to grow back. It's just hair. And that fucking sentence makes me want to take a fucking ice pick to someone's eye sockets. Like it makes me so fucking mad because, and you know, like at the moment, like when I was losing my hair, it's like, okay, well, this fucking sucks, you know, but then I like decided to shave it. Like I could have let it, because to be quite honest with you, I wasn't losing it as bad as a lot of people. Like some people start losing like shit tons of it like right away,
so
and mine was kind of just like it was thinning a lot on the sides, but I probably could have kept, you know, like a decent amount of it, but I was just so fucking tired of like watching it just like
so you sympathy shaved it. You're like, I'm gonna get some more likes. Here we go.
Pretty much. Like people like, I think I'm so fucking brave shaving my head. Like, look. But yeah, that thing that like I think people should really like think about that before they say that to someone. Like, because you know, hair, you know, it carries a lot of weight. Like it completely changes how you look depending on how you do it. And like some people identify a lot with their hair, or it just, you know, they express themselves through their hair. And so I think people don't realize how much weight it holds until you don't have it.
And then it subtracts a component of your identity and your personality. And now you have one less thing that you can define yourself with and express yourself with. It can be very hurtful.
Right. And then it like, it puts that fucking stamp on your forehead, like the cancer stamp. It's like, oh, like people, you know.
People can see across the street and you're like, oh, let's avoid head wrap over there.
She's got the cancers. Can't breathe in the same space.
I used to work at Walgreens and people would come in with like their, what are they, like bandanas or like head wraps on their head, you know, no eyebrows. I'd have to like talk nicer to them. They just like grab their fucking cigarettes. They're like, relax. It's Hodgkin's, not non-Hodgkin's. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry.
You're like, we're not all the same.
I met your dad working at Walgreens.
What?
I was working at Walgreens and I met your dad there.
Was I with him?
No.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, imagine the fear in my heart when I had to ask a black man if he was the father of the black girl I knew. This is a common anxiety amongst white people.
Color?
Yeah, not really. No. So I was really, you know, you guys on different parts of the black spectrum, and I was like, fuck.
How long ago was this?
Probably 2016, 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, I could tell he did the dad thing, like, how the fuck do you know my daughter?
Oh,
and I like,
God.
shook his hand and he like broke my hand. And I was like, oh yeah, I know you. I had seen you in that skit on Conan
yeah.
with the fucking Taco Bell. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's my dream, first of all, to be going to the Taco Bell headquarters.
Oh my God.
So
My dad has a lifetime access to that place.
that's amazing.
We'll go.
Oh,
We'll all go.
gosh, is there a way you guys can like adopt me so like I could be like written into like that will of like
We'd love
Taco
to.
Bell access?
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's go. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Also, another fun fact that I'm gonna tell instead of you, your fucking dad works on Conan, right?
does work
That's
on Conan.
amazing. Conan O'Brien, folks, the
One and
best
only.
late night show there is, really.
I concur, and I'm not being like fucking biased. Yeah, like it genuinely is, in my opinion.
Because he's funny. I feel like it's just like so much looser, and I like the people he has on better because there's no like, I don't feel like there's some sort of like skewed variety or like weird feeling. Like every other late night show feels like it's like, and we're doing things the old way, and it has to be this way, and wear a suit, and it's kind of like, ooh.
Right.
I really like Conan. So when it was almost like, do people kind of treat you differently because they know you have that connection to it? They're like, oh, it's Conan girl. Dad works there. She thinks it's my doll.
Well, sometimes, or most of the time, people think it's like really cool because I still think it's really cool. And like my dad's been working for him since I was like 12 or 13. It's been a while.
From what I understand, yeah. I've seen pictures of you with Conan and like things like that. It's awesome.
Well, and he's just genuinely the nicest fucking guy. Like when I did get sick and Conan was actually doing like a road show or something like that, and they were in Paris, and it was like 2 a.m. or something like that, and he like texted my dad and is like, we are here for you, like we know Kiana's gonna push through this, like if you need anything from us, like let us know, like I'm here for you. Like he's so he's really personable, like with his employees and stuff. And when you see him walking in the office, he's like totally casual, like doesn't look like his
Wearing jeans.
Yeah, like just chilling. Like he's just a nice fucking guy, and he really is just super genuine. And I think being around that like industry and stuff since I was young, I've seen the pieces of shit. Like I've fucking seen them. You know, like I'm not gonna name any. Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory.
Really? Shocker.
A fucking bitch, dude. Like.
Yeah, it sucks when you have to be the hot girl on the show of Ugly Nerds. It kind of gets to your head. Excuse me, Shelf. Gotta clean. Spring's coming up. I'm waiting till spring to spring clean. Well, that's funny. Kaylee Cuoco, huh?
I was just like, what? And like, this isn't from the mouth of anyone that works there, by the way. Like, I'm not trying to get it. It was me like witnessing her acting like a cunt. Like, she just had this like flippancy about her, and like the and the interns, they have to like I don't know, like talk to her and all this stuff, and the people, the stagehands and whatever, and she just had this air of like, I fucking shit on the air you breathe type thing. Like I don't know.
That sucks because it's like that's exactly how I'd expect some blonde bitch to act.
Yeah.
And then bummer.
Yeah. But
I'll take your word for it because I trust you.
There's some people that are like super cool though. Like Kevin Hart is as cool as you think he is. Like super funny. Like
I need to watch his documentary on Netflix.
Fuck, I know.
People have been talking about it. Fuck yeah. He's great. Have you seen that movie he did with Bryan Cranston? It's a remake of the Les Untouchables, the French film. I haven't seen it, but it's really cool. He plays like this guy who like steals a car, like breaks into something and gets in trouble, and this guy in a wheelchair hires him, and he kind of like I don't know. Good, heartwarming bullshit.
Okay.
Moving on. Stoked Kevin Hart's as cool as he seems.
Yeah.
Because he seems like a really cool guy.
Super cool.
And I think he gets shit on by a lot of people. And that only happens when you're at the top of the game like he is. So God bless. He's awesome.
Yes, he is super cool. And you know who else is really cool? Sophie Turner.
Sophie Turner. Remind me who that is. I know that name.
Sansa, Game of Thrones.
Never watched it.
Well, she's Joe Jonas's wife.
Don't know the Jonas's lives.
She's a beautiful
Remember,
redhead.
I'm a man. I have a mustache over here.
I forgot.
Remember,
I'm okay. Lesser than thou. Sorry.
Yeah, know your place, woman.
She was cool. Like, I don't know. It's just, but like people, like, and even at work, I see celebrities like all the time.
Oh yeah, that's one of my little bullet points. You freaking get to run into celebrities all the time.
I do.
That's super cool.
But
I've met
so
one of the ones you've met.
Who is that?
Danny Masterson.
Oh yeah, which is you heard the things about him and the women, right?
Yeah, those are makes me nervous.
It does make me nervous as well.
I really like him and I like all the characters he's played.
Me too.
And he seemed cool when I met him. So
he's very
I hope
cool.
it's a bunch of baloney.
I hope as well, because when he comes in, he is so fucking cool.
But also, if it's not, I'm still going to watch that 70s show. I still listen to Michael Jackson. It's not going to change a whole lot because I'm not going to be like at your work like, hey, dude, nice to see you again. But not really. I'm not going to say that because I'm just going to be like, fuck it. But actually, when I did see him, I had said, hey, are you Danny Masterson? He was like, he looked to left and right. He's like, yeah, why? I was like, just a big fan. Shook hands. Like, oh, and he switched celebrity mode. I saw him do the switch. He's like, oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And shook my hand, shook my friend's hand, and walked on.
Right.
And it was cool. Very cool.
He comes in for his supplements, and he was in maybe 3 weeks ago, and he was still got the cough. He was like, what else can you give me? I'm like, this, I guess. Hope it works. Yeah.
What'd you give him that didn't work? I got to avoid that shit.
I think it's.
Are you getting moved departments now? He can't help hide with his cough.
Not anything in my control.
You should have just been like, dude, it's the weed you're smoking. Hide.
Yeah, literally. I was like, it's probably from fucking years of just inhaling ash. No, but he's.
Did you tell him hey, I have experience with this? It's probably cancer.
You might want to go get that checked out. But in all seriousness, though, people do need to go get screened more often. That's just it's gnarly.
I think you're right, and I want to say, you know what my dad told me? Mm-hmm. He said, "Dude, I'm not doing any chemo. If I get cancer, any of that shit, I'm just vitamin up. I'm just gonna vitamin up." I'm like, okay. So it was almost like I had to make peace with the fact that when my dad inevitably gets cancer, I gotta I have to accept and process that that's the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coming to series finale on Dad.
You can't fucking say stuff like that to me because I'll laugh for 15 minutes.
I don't say things so people don't laugh.
I know, but I'm that bitch that'll laugh forever. I'm probably going to laugh about that in 10 minutes.
I hope you re-listen and you're like, oh, Dallas is even funnier than I remember, but it probably won't happen. Yeah. So
vitamin up, yeah.
He said, I'm gonna vitamin up, and I was like, he already does. So I'm really to me, my dad is the healthiest person in my whole family, which blows my mind because he was a alcoholic and did drugs and smoked, and I used to roll his spliffs in the fucking car seat, not car seat, but the front seat next to him.
Daddy.
I just licked it. He's like, oh, you drooled on it. Well, not again. So yeah,
oh fuck.
So I think he's doing good.
That's good.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
But my mom's had cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind?
Stage 4 melanoma.
Oh fuck.
Pretty sure it's stage 4. For those of you wondering, I don't think there's a stage 5 on severity levels. I think it goes stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, funeral,
death.
But I don't know.
Casket nap.
Yeah. Casket nap. I like that. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
Damn, I gotta write that down. Genuinely might be the name of the episode.
Yes.
A little morbid. Hope you like it.
Love it.
Casket, morbid, nap.
Sweet.
Sweet and sensitive. Casket nap with Kiana Hayes. Mm-hmm. Hayes is a cool name.
You think so?
Yeah, because first of all, it sounds like haze, like purple haze. And then Hayes, I think of Isaac Hayes, and then I think of Brad Hayes. And one of them is a skateboarder. And then I can't remember why I know the other name. Might be a boxer. Might be a fighter. I can't fucking remember. Anyways,
okay.
Cool name. Cool last name.
Nice.
Are you related to them?
I'm not.
Gotcha.
Everyone fucking asks me that. Like
Really?
anyone who has a last name Hayes, they're like, "Are you related?" I'm like, "No."
I actually have to admit something to you.
Okay.
Everyone with the last name gets those fucking questions. You're not special. People also ask me if I'm related
Dallas,
to
I'm
other
trying to make myself
gardeners.
special and just
Well,
give
you
me
are.
a
I'm just
fucking
kidding.
minute.
You are special because you're on my show and we're having a great time.
Yay.
And this is about you
It is about me.
and me, kind of.
Don't
because it's my
forget that.
show. Don't
Yeah.
forget that. That's cool, man. I'm still I always associate you mentally like with the Conan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was gonna make a cancer joke, but
It's okay.
I couldn't think of it
Yeah.
in time.
You'll remember.
Ran
in
out
a
of
little
time.
bit. No, but you, me, and Kylie should go to my dad's job. It just has to be on a weekday when they're taping.
That'd be fantastic.
It's really cool.
He also holds a special place in my heart because he has Bill Burr on so often.
Oh, who
and
he loves.
yes,
Fucking my dad is
Yes.
like, Conan loves him.
yes, it's
Genuinely.
not hard to tell. And Kylie loves Bill Burr.
Oh
we
my
just saw
God.
him last weekend. And
Stop.
Okay,
Where? Okay.
Comedy Store.
Shut the
He's
fuck up.
he's a paid regular there, so
okay.
it's not hard to see him there. But it was a. Did you hear my stomach, dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
I'm very hungry.
I am as well. Jeez. Why?
Food maybe
I
after.
know.
Anyways, yeah, she saw Bill Burr. I've seen him before, and I got to see him do like a whole hour. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Saw him in Santa Barbara at
Very
Arlington, and she saw him for the first time, and we were front row. Like I could have grabbed his leg and
my
been like that
God.
rabid fan that I actually am on the inside. And
Could have given him your rabies.
exactly. And Kylie was like, "Give me babies." It rhymed. It was a joke. We're moving on. She like is still talking about it and had such a good time, and to see her like love him on her own terms and not just oh my boyfriend loves him fanboy, like she's not
gonna
like
join along.
she's not like accompanying that. She's literally like, I feel like she saw what I've seen in him and had her own relationship with this fucking comedian, and
I like that.
so cool.
Be sweet. I would really love to see him. Like, I fucking love him. I love F is for Family. Like, I love
I need to finish the third season.
Ryan and
I
I-
haven't finished it. I'm such a bad Burr fan.
I know, I am too. I actually I need a lot of catching up. But Ryan and I did say that when we have kids, we're going to tell them we're going to put them through the fucking wall. Just like,
Yeah,
like
put your head
that's
through
the
the fucking
best
wall.
fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, that's how I feel about people most of the time.
I'm already worried about like what Kylie's gonna think of me as a dad.
I think you're going to be the coolest fucking dad.
Part of me, like I know she wants to have kids, but I'm also need to remind her, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be the same exact person when you're pregnant, and be like, oh, didn't see you there, and run into your fucking baby bump, or like just making jokes. Like if we have twins and one of the kids absorbs one, and we're in the fucking, and if we're like, you know, I'm just picturing all these scenes, and we're in the ultrasound or whatever, and I'm like, oh, looks like we got a killer on our hands, and fucking, you know, just like, damn, this baby's gonna be fat, already eating people. Oh, cannibal. Oh, then I'll be, oh shit, maybe I'll name it after one of like a famous cannibal. That'd be cool.
Yes.
What's a famous cannibal?
I don't
we
know.
got Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey's a horrible name. Sorry, any Jeffreys out there listening. What's another one? Albert Fish. Albert's kind of,
So you're into true crime. I see.
yeah. Well, fake crime is kind of lame.
Okay.
I was gonna bring up like something fake, like this not real, like Michael Jackson molesting people, like something that didn't happen,
Right. Like,
or like 9/11 fake crime. Oh, it definitely happened.
so
Or oh,
fake.
damn it! I fucked that one up. Let's go back. Let's go
Okay,
back.
rewind.
I was gonna bring up fake crime, like something that didn't happen, like the Holocaust.
Oh. I'm gonna fucking
It's
fall
only
out this
funny
chair.
because
Hey, you know what? I feel really fucking offended. You know why? Because on my 23andMe, I'm 0.2% Ashkenazi Jewish. So I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up.
I tripped out on that Ashkenazi because it's like, is Nazi Ashkenazi? Is that built into the word?
Is that a play on words?
Yeah, is that a play? Because Ashkenazi, get it? Ash, because the Nazis, they burned him. I'm going to hell. I'm gonna fucking run into Hitler down there. I liked that joke you made.
I'm a big fan of Etiquette podcast. Get great service down here. It's okay. I'm just gonna stop talking.
No. Oh, okay. Podcast's over. She stopped talking.
It's over. I'm over it.
Yeah. No, I really do love true crime. I love I don't know. I don't listen to true crime podcasts, except Your Own Backyard Podcast by Chris Lambert, episode 7 coming soon. He's my good pal, so I like shouting him out. Have you listened to that?
Solid fucking guy, man. Okay, I'm gonna be a horrible person, and I'm gonna say that I have not.
Oh,
I've been intending to.
Oh, okay. Well,
but like,
don't worry. Once you finally do, all I have to say is, hurry up and listen to it before the people are arrested and the body is found. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
For everyone out there that hasn't listened, listen to it so it's not spoiled by the fact that you're going to find out who did it and where the body is. So I think that is, by the end of the year, one or both of those things will have happened.
Really?
Sincerely. Especially when I found out how many fucking downloads his podcast had. I messaged him, I was like, so many downloads you got? What's going on there? He never responded to it.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of got lost in the clutter of all the dick pics I send him. So
cute.
And I was thinking, I was like, God, he probably has thousands, probably maybe tens of thousands. And then maybe I even thought, like, dang, what if he has like 100,000 people listening to this? No, he has over a fucking million downloads. Dude,
are you serious?
Over 1 million. It is the number 7 podcast in the world. It's 5 down from Joe Rogan's right now.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I remember because when it broke the top 100, he was above Bill Burr's, and I was like, "You son of a bitch, you'll never be greater than Burr." Just fucking with him. And now it's literally like I posted a thing on Instagram about it. I'm gonna pull my phone out.
Yeah.
Apologize. I think phones are kind of cancerous, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking. Isn't it funny how we just throw that word around?
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I can tell you're laughing really hard. Let's
on
see.
the inside.
On the inside? Oh, that's funny too, because that's where the cancer happens.
Yes.
Look.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Cool.
Like, okay.
That's awesome.
It's crazy to think about that many people. Like,
yeah.
Because you're like, okay, yeah, there's fucking billions of people on the planet. But like, think just 1 million that you don't fucking know. Just all these, my dad was talking about that with like the bits that he's been in, like looking at the views.
The amount of views.
Like the one that he was on World Star had like, I think 1 million, 2 million, but then the Taco Bell one has millions, I think.
It's so awesome. And
like,
also, I'll eat Taco Bell any time of the day.
Right.
I'm not trying to talk about Taco Bell, but I definitely tried to for some reason.
It's okay.
Sorry.
We love Taco Bell. But yeah, like that's fucking rad. Chris deserves that too.
Yeah, it's so well done. The music's fantastic. He composed the music for it himself. He's a fantastic musician.
Oh my God.
He's done all the music on his own albums. Like super fucking rad.
I still listen to his album in my car sometimes. I switch between him and Wesley and Jake and all that.
I've never listened to any of their music. Friends with all of them, but I don't like music, so I have them all right here.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a joke, but I definitely listen to their music. I do have all of their music. I have Blue Hour right there. There's another Christopher Lambert. Oh shit. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here.
It's okay. Deep breath.
Yes, deep
Center.
breath.
We're here.
I'm slow. I'm coming to realize that I'm kind of struggling with some real attention deficit disorder, and it's very like troublesome.
Chemo ate a lot of my fucking brain cells, so I relate.
Oh,
like hard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It ate your brain cells?
Chemo brain is a thing. Like when you were talking about the map brain, like that synonymous.
Made you think about that?
Literally.
Okay.
Like, sometimes I'm like, am I like stupid? Like, is my brain like deteriorating? Like, is there a little amoeba in there that's like, I'm gonna take all her useful skills and throw them in the trash? Like,
and you don't need these. And
she doesn't need to breathe.
Personality, who needs those? Gone.
She's
Defining
trash.
characteristics of language, muted. Yeah. Fuck. What were we just talking about?
Attention span. Look at you.
Yeah. We were. That's funny. That was not a joke, folks. Okay, we're talking about fucking
Music and Chris
Lambert podcast right before
millions of views.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could literally just play you the intro to the podcast and you'd be hooked.
Really?
With all sincerity. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is
It's
phenomenal.
made me excited.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm not seriously not calling you out for not listening to it or anyone that's not listening to it, but it's so fucking good. It's really cool because like that's my friend. Like I like go to dinner with them and like have fucking movie night, do that shit. Bragging, humble brag. I know celebrities
I'm
too,
friends
folks.
with him.
Yeah. And it's just really cool.
It's
like,
cool to watch your friends do
when you say
cool
like
things.
Yeah. It's super cool. It's a trip because he had this really cool local podcast, Are We Okay? And it has a very distinct like emotional feel to it. It like exists in like this kind of specific. You were on that show.
I was, and I felt honored, just like I feel right now to be here at the Etiquette podcast. Okay, we
Thank you
can
so much.
stop that shit. We can't be all mushy. Right
I felt so stupid. Like I think I said in the message when I was like, "Oh fuck, have Kiana on, you dumb bastard."
Which is so fucking funny. I was sitting with Ryan and I was like, look at what Dallas just fucking said to me. But I was like, why? And I told Ryan, I was like, I am not that interesting. I was like, I feel like people, you know, like people are like, oh, she had cancer. Let's do, and that's, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. People want to talk about it. Like you said, like people don't know a lot about it. There's like mystique, whatever behind it. But I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like I just work, man. I just work and I'm an introvert and I go home, read some books.
Everyone says that.
Cuddle with my cat.
Everyone says they're not interesting. And then they get an opportunity to be interesting and a lot of people answer the call to action. So it's not hard to find what's interesting about people because we all have to go through this human experience.
Right.
And cancer is a fucking big one.
Yeah.
But also just cool things. Like I could just talk about how interesting it is that your dad works for Conan or that your mom like dated Mike Tyson or whatever. And things like that. Yeah. So.
Oh, fuck. I forgot that. The fuck, that's funny. To clarify, they did not date, but they were very good friends. Pre-face tattoo, I think.
Well, that's good. It's a good era to be friends with them.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, did you know when a man and a woman are really good friends, you know what that means?
It means that they're dating.
They're
fucking.
Yeah.
Sorry, that reminded me of, Chris, is his last name Delia? I don't know how to
Chris
say
D'Elia.
it. Oh, Delia, thank you.
That's okay.
The fucking thing that you posted about marching bands. If you're in a marching band, you're gay. Most of the time, if you're marching with people, you're fucking them. I fucking couldn't with that. No, watch that fucking video. I'll send it to you. And he's talking about like the straight pride parade and all this stuff. He's like, oh my God.
About it or something. That's right.
I can't. He's like,
yeah, no, seriously. I know we're like way too late on it, but a straight pride parade.
I mean,
gayest thing I've ever heard of.
You're gay.
I hate parades almost as much as I hate gay people. So a straight pride parade, double hate. Yeah. All two gay people are like, that was funny.
I hate myself too.
I'm kidding. I don't hate parades. Moving on.
If you could make a parade, what would you make a parade about? Jiu-jitsu.
No, shut up. There was actually the Jiu-Jitsu Academy was in the parade in Solvang where I go.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. Also, I was out of town, but my first thought was, you are not getting me in a parade because I don't even like looking at a parade. If I was trapped in the fucking vortex vacuum of monotony that is parades, I would leap off. of the float to the front to
Face
be
to the concrete.
slowly ran over continuously by our float, the next float, the gay marching band.
Be a zipper face, wouldn't you?
What?
Would you be a zipper face if you got
A
ran
zipper
over?
head.
Zipper head. Excuse
Zipper
me.
head,
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
I fucked it up. Never
Well, yeah,
mind.
you fucked it up. It's not funny now.
It's
That's
not
a
funny.
problem with comics too. It's like when you fuck up a punchline or you fuck
my
up a setup
God.
or a premise.
Ugh,
It's a real thing.
it hurts.
It hurts. Oh man. Excuse me. I need some water.
I know. I'm
Good
like,
momentum.
Yeah.
Great momentum. I'm not interesting. Has a flawless hour.
Whatever. Fuck off.
I really like your hoodie though. Where'd you get that? I don't think they make it for dudes, but
The locale surf connection.
no, never
And
mind. I ain't
has
giving
that-
them my fucking money.
Fucking love that place, man.
Whatever.
The signature smell. All the peeps on your shop at Surf Connection know. They're like, yeah.
Guess what?
It's sex wax.
Every surf shop smells like that. They're not special.
Have you ever been to the CI shop in Santa Barbara? They don't smell.
CI.
Channel Islands.
In Santa
Look at
Barbara.
me, a fucking proper surfer's girlfriend. Well, anyway, it does
He's a
not.
surfer too. God, Ryan's so fucking hot.
No, I fucking hate him, man. He's good at everything. He can surf. He can skateboard. He can snowboard. He
I
can
bet you can't skate.
wakeboard.
I bet you he can't skate.
He can skate. Not
I
like
believe
you.
you.
Not,
No,
not
that's
anywhere,
not what
you
I
know.
wasn't fishing for a compliment.
I
Shut
mean,
up.
but I mean, like, we're here. It's okay.
Fair enough. I'm
no,
just
he
saying
can
that
do
because I want
anything.
someone to skate with. He can do what?
Like, he can do everything, basically. He's one of those people that's just naturally athletic. Him and his twin.
Superior.
His twin has a name. Sorry.
He has a
Devin.
twin?
You didn't know that Ryan was a twin?
Dude, can they both fuck me at the same time?
I mean,
Jesus.
they'd have to ask me and Sam for
Okay, that's
permission.
lame. We have to ask.
They're not.
He has a twin? What's his twin's name?
His name is Devin.
Is he?
They're identical.
So you're also attracted to his fucking twin brother Devin. Nice.
Well,
I wonder what kind of ego twins get when they're like, she'd fuck me too. Because she's also fucking me too.
Basically fucking a different
hilarious.
version of myself. No, but they're very different. Like, people are like, "Ooh, can you fucking tell them apart? Like, do you ever get them mixed up?" I'm like, no, bitch. Like, I know which one's my boyfriend. Like, but it is funny. Like, they're not
That's the one difference. Their penises are different sizes. That's why I can tell the difference. It takes the old G spot
when
to
you see
figure
them
out which one's
naked,
which.
no, but like, they're funny. They're, I don't know. Like, one of my really good friends has little twin sisters, and they are fucking always together. Like, it's literally attached.
Twin
Like,
girls are so creepy.
yeah, they're kind of scary.
Shiny,
They're
kinda
powerful
fucked
though.
up. They're powerful, like
Yeah,
witches. Or
I
like
think
warlocks
so.
or something.
Like, they just have they have this like gravitational pull. Like, people always want to like. I mean, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, yeah,
No,
he's a
it's-
twin. I can't believe you didn't know he was a twin.
No, not at all.
Most people, that is what they relate the twins.
That's so funny because there are so few twins that
Mm-hmm.
in my head, I went to many different schools and I know each set of twins that
Yeah.
were there. I'm like, oh, the twins. Like, I can go to certain parts of California and I say the twins. We all know which ones I'm talking about. So here, I don't have the twins in my head. That's interesting. Well, I do actually. Here, I just always see them in Napomo now.
okay.
Fucking, I'm forgetting one of their names now. They're the same person. I can't remember both names. Fuck.
It's okay.
Anyway, the Heggie twins.
Oh, yeah,
Wesley
yeah.
and what's the other one's name? Fuck.
No.
Wesley. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Are you sure the other one's name isn't? I feel like Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah,
is
is
Brian?
it Brian?
What's his name Brian?
I think.
Dude, okay, so I could never tell them apart. Anyways, sorry if they're listening to this because I feel like we are close enough that I would remember both of their names. Anyways, I could never fucking tell them apart. Mm-hmm. Second of all, they're Asian, so even if they weren't twins, I still couldn't tell them apart.
Makes it that much harder.
Bad Etiquette, the racist podcast. Couldn't tell these zipper heads apart.
Fuck. I'm gonna throw
The
up.
final episode of the Bad Etiquette podcast before he was canceled across the land. Oh, fuck. I gotta take the headphones off, take a breath. I gotta take a pause. I gotta take a breath.
The last episode. I'm like
Hey, Bad Etiquette listener, if you're enjoying the show and would like to support the podcast, you can donate to our PayPal at paypal.me/baddallas. Okay, everyone, we are back after that amazing first hour. Thank you so much, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm in love with this show already, this podcast. Just me, my
Just
podcast,
you.
my show, Bad Etiquette Podcast, everyone. And like you heard in the commercial, I hope if it's in there, donate now. If you'd like to support this show in any which fucking goddamn way, PayPal at paypal.me/BadDallas. Hear it now. Okay, anyways, hi, welcome
Hi.
back. We are here.
We are here.
Yeah. I should have got, did you need more water actually?
I'm
fucked up.
good
You
because I'll
good?
probably have to pee again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby bladder.
I'm out. I have an adult bladder
Ryan limits my fluid intake when we travel.
because he's
'Cause
like,
he's-
I'm not stopping this fucking car. Get a cup.
Well, and he's just like, I know how you are, and you like, because when I have to pee, it's not like I kind of gotta pee. It's like, let me fucking go now, or else I am pissing myself. So like, he knows it about me. So he's like, if you drink too much, well, you're fucked. If we are somewhere without a bathroom, and then you're like,
you can't go in a cup.
I don't
you don't have
trust
that
that I
skill.
have the control to stop urinating
If
when
it
it reaches
fills.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I drink so many fucking liquids. There's always like some giant container around. I think I had to empty out a fucking piss bottle before you showed up. Actually, I
Nice.
just took my trash out.
I've
No.
always wanted that ability. As a
you
male.
could do it.
I mean, I could. I get the Shiwi.
Well, no.
Oh.
Girls can actually do it. If you get some sort of Gatorade wide mouth bottle, I'm pretty sure you can just freaking launch that sucker in there. But I have a hard time pissing in public bathrooms at urinals with other dudes around.
Okay.
I call it being gun shy. And I think a lot of people call it that, but
I think it's weird that men are subjected to do that. Like, girls don't have to piss in front of each other.
it's
like,
so weird. So like when there's a stall, especially if it's the handicap stall, it just that thin little fucking plastic wall layer is comfort and
Yeah.
safety. And especially if you're like an introvert or if you're like me and you have a fucking pathetic sized penis, you're like, I need the comfort zone of like, the little fucking and then once you're in the stall, it's on. It is fucking streaming. It's great. But I was at the casino last night and I couldn't go to the bathroom with other dudes around. I tried and I was like, I can feel like my bladder like ripping on the inside. It's like, we're gonna bars. Go. And I couldn't get there. And I was like, fuck, dude, this fucking sucks. So I had to walk across the floor to go all the way to the other side to find a bathroom with like a stall. No one was in. Jesus. Anyways,
wow.
and then it was on. It was great. But it's so weird because, like you said, girls don't have to be subjected to this fucking pissing in front of each other shit.
It's so weird.
That's so weird. And then all I'm thinking is, are people measuring like my stream? Can they hear it? Are they going, I don't know, that's a short piss, or I didn't hear any tinkle. Like, what is the fucking?
They are. Everyone does. Like, I've been peeing in the bathroom and I'll be like, damn, girl, you hydrated. You had a lot of water. Like, but I do the same thing with myself. I'm like, okay, we're still peeing, still going.
Sometimes it's a fucking stare down. Sometimes it's like a fucking, yeah, like a staring contest of like, I gotta stand there. Like if I'm at the urinal and some dude's in the bathroom taking a shit, like he stops because obviously he's not gonna blow ass when we're around for some reason. So he has to sit there, and then I have to sit there, and then he has to wait till I piss
Yes.
and leave. But I'm sitting there like, it's too quiet, I can't piss. And so it's just like this mortification that like only exists in this plane. I think a lot of people that listen also like the same fucking shitty movies I do. There's a movie called Waiting. It's actually right there with Ryan Reynolds. There's this scene where this guy Calvin, who is this completely unlikable character, also has this fucking can't piss in public bathrooms thing. I can go in the stall, no problem. That's
Right.
my fucking safe space. But safe space. It's like a college campus safe space. It's all for me.
Yes.
But the urinal, man. hard. You just started talking about piss, so I was like, I'm on.
Yeah.
I have a whole bit on this. I have a whole identity on pissing in public bathrooms. But like the bottle thing, like in cars, I can't do it. Even if I have to go like so bad, like everything hurts, I'm like, I can't get there. I don't know. It could be this wide. It could be as wide as this water bottle right here. Not happening. And believe me, that's more than enough. I could fit all 12 balls in there. Anyways, so yeah, that's all I got on piss.
It's good.
I'm gonna revert back to Kobe now, because Kobe Bryant. And you said his daughter was in his 13-year-old daughter was in the helicopter too.
My parents texted me and they saw that it was confirmed that she was one of the. I think it was 5 passengers total.
That's
on the
horrible.
helicopter. I know. I didn't like forget about it, but in the just all of the topics we've been talking about, and like literally when you brought it up, my stomach just did like a.
Ugh. It's hard. It's because you have to process like who he was to everyone else as well as yourself.
Exactly.
And that's kind of hard when you're like on social media right now. Like how I was kind of saying, like people make it about themselves type of thing. No one's really doing that about Kobe. It was like really great complimentary posts. And I think eventually we'll have the people post the things that make it about themselves. But I'm about to make it about myself right now.
Okay.
I realized that he was the first professional athlete that I knew existed. Like that was the first like, oh, this is so and so. Like he's the Kobe Bryant of that's so weird because like his name's almost a verb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, like when you like shoot some Kobe, you know what I mean? I part of me hates to think that there was like a wastebasket on the helicopter and he just like shot it and accidentally hit the pilot. And they're like, Kobe, how could you? And it just tailspin down.
Fuck. Yeah. Well,
I have more. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You just gotta let them out. Well, it's funny when you were saying that right now about like people making it about themselves. I had this like, I had a little light bulb moment where like people like someone like Kobe who has that like that influence on literally the entire fucking world. Like I think in the midst of like our lives, like our little lives as we're living, we relate our human experience. We attach things like that. Kobe, Anthony Bourdain. For you, like for me, there's a few like Eckhart when he fucking dies. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
I've been thinking about Ozzy dying for like the past 5 years, and now he just came out with Parkinson's.
Yeah, it's just, and I think people tend to make it about themselves. I think because like we don't know them, but like you said, like he was the first athlete you knew like to exist. And for me, like when I think about like my experience and my like emotional attachment that I have, like I think of me and my mom at that Laker game as a little girl and just seeing like the excitement on my mom's face and like us being excited because I played basketball and me like knowing who he fucking was and just
it's
everything.
It's a thread throughout your life that they represent, and I think there's a delicate way where people can identify what these people have meant to them and made and how they've impacted their lives. And I think that's very sweet. And there is a big difference between that and then people just making something about themselves.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. Like you'll often see on the Find Kristen Smart page. I'm seriously just stealing like Kylie's like her fucking jokes right now, or like her material because she told me about it. She's very inspiring. She talks shit to me all the time because she's like, that was definitely my joke. I said that shit first, and I'm like, fuck. Wow, what do you want me to do? You're not a comedian. Come on. I know you're funnier than me, but you're not a comedian.
You don't have the title.
Yeah. She's a title. She is my soulmate. That's her fucking title, as far as anyone's concerned. Okay.
Twin flames.
What?
Twin flames. Have you never?
Flames?
You've never heard that term?
No.
Twin flame?
Is that some hippie bullshit?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Is. Just had to sprinkle that in there real quick. No, it's like it's synonymous like with a soulmate. But twin flame doesn't.
Flames.
I guess it's the same thing as soulmates. Like they don't. It can be platonic.
I gotta be honest with you.
Yes.
Twin flames sounds like a gay porn category on Pornhub where they have twins fuck each other. Twin gay guys fuck each other.
God. I was going to say incest babies. No babies get made in that process.
No.
They just die. The little babies.
Oh, yeah,
Potential
they
babies.
just die in butthole tunnels, in fart tunnels.
Jesus, that got dark. Okay.
Dark, like at the inside of the butthole where they die.
Yeah, like somewhere with lack of sunshine.
I'm sorry. I'm still tripping that Kobe's gone.
No,
He's dead.
I know.
would literally drove here. I like got on my phone, walked out of my car, and I thought, oh no, I have to go next door to my black neighbors and tell them about it. Because I'm like, guys, Kobe. And then I was like, I don't think they know.
Yeah.
This is such a like stupid white moment I had where I was like, what if they don't know? And I walked through my garage to my living room, and then I could hear them bawling through the wall. And I was like, oh, cool, they know.
Wait. I can't tell if this is a joke or not. I'm getting. Wait, were they really?
Yeah, it's not funny. So you're laughing, so I'm laughing too. Yeah, it's real.
Okay, but they really were.
Yeah, they're like, damn, just like that. I was like, oh fuck, they know. That's how, because like, I was like, yeah, they know. That was easy.
Yeah. It just like, I don't know, it doesn't feel real. And I think it's even more like rattling a lot of times when celebrities or like icons die, because you feel like those kinds of things aren't supposed to happen to them. Like you feel like you relate them to a like different like type, you know, like that kind of stuff doesn't happen to them.
This is what happens when you go do some white dude activity like helicopters. Sorry.
I mean, it's okay.
You know who flies helicopters?
Who?
Bill Burr.
Really?
My first thought was, damn it, Bill. I was like, he better not have been flying this one.
Oh, God. I never thought of helicopter rides as a white people activity. That I've done it.
To me, it's not really. It just sounds like one of those like fucking annoying Travel Channel show, like like Jackass or like stunt things. Like helicopters can be associated with that. I don't know.
I get it. It's okay.
Personally, I think black people are allowed to fly helicopters too.
I'm glad.
I think it's 2020. It's about time. But yeah, that was just like one of my first like thoughts was like, oh, of course it was doing something like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it kind of.
You got to work on that joke clearly. We'll see how it works.
It's okay.
Bombed with you, off to a bad start. Gotta go.
No,
Although
I'm
like
just
Kobe,
kind
so-
of stupid. Like stuff like flies over my head a lot, so don't
Like a
feel bad.
helicopter.
Yes, like just like.
But not Kobe's that crashed.
No, not Kobe. I don't know, man. Like when I was sitting at home with Ryan, like before I came here, like I just felt like I was going to start sobbing. This weird, uncontrollable sob
In my head,
like,
we were just gonna be staring at each other, crying about Kobe.
my
Like
God.
that was a part. I was like, oh well, this is coming.
yeah,
It's weird how you don't really understand the role someone's celebrity fulfills in your life until they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those ones I'm like real time processing right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
that I've heard that name as long as I've known who celebrities were.
Mm-hmm.
God, like what one of his back when he was number 8, like I remember seeing him. One of my earliest memories of seeing sports on the television was him and Shaq playing.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I think about it, those are like the first professional athletes of any kind that I could name,
right.
like at all. Like that's who they were. And I didn't realize that till I was texting Kylie, and I was like, holy shit. That was like number 1. That was like the guy. Like the idea of famous professional athletes is like I don't know if there's anyone that like it's literally him and fucking Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's weird how I think basketball players seem to like transcend the celebrity a little more.
I think so,
like I
too.
can't name too many football players that are famous. You know what I mean? And I can't name too many baseball players that are famous.
Right. Like famous on that level.
Not at all. Like
Not even close.
It's like A-Rod and like Tom Brady, and we're like, why is Tom Brady famous? They just win a lot.
He doesn't eat nightshades.
What?
He doesn't eat nightshades. I think him and his fucking wife.
What? I need you to slow it down for me. I think I'm too stupid to get what you're saying. He doesn't eat nightshades?
Okay, so like, you might have to Google nightshade. So like tomatoes are a nightshade. And
Okay.
apparently in some people, like nightshade foods affect them negatively. And I think for his athletic performance, like nightshades, they affect
What
him
is a
negatively.
nightshade?
I just know with tomatoes one. I think an eggplant might be one as well.
Oh, okay. So it's like a whole category. It's
Yeah.
not like a made up thing.
No, it's like, yeah. And I think it's just certain types of produce. But anyway.
It's not made up like vegetables being good for you.
Right. Fuck vegetables.
Fuck vegetables or fuck vegans? What are you trying to say?
I told Ryan, I was like, I might have to get in this conversation with Dallas. I don't hate vegans. I don't hate them, but
I don't
I
either.
can't fucking stand anyone who is self-righteous about their chosen diet.
What they eat. And I'm like, asshole, I've eaten Taco Bell with you. Shut the fuck
You don't
up.
see me and Kylie being like, excuse me, we're gluten-free. Get the fuck out of my way. Don't
Not at
breathe
all.
the air I
It's
breathe.
so funny
Like,
because gluten-free is one of those things where it's like people bring it up like it's funny to make fun of, and it's like
Yeah.
they're not even the annoying ones.
Right.
Keto people are annoying.
Yeah.
Vegans are annoying. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I
That's
could tell I
okay.
interrupted. Go ahead.
no, I don't care. But no, like it's just funny.
She said she doesn't care if I interrupt. I'm interrupting again right now. Called her bluff. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've gotten into pretty heated conversations with people that felt like they could talk to me a kind of way because they're vegan. And I'm just like, what gives you the right?
Yeah. Those kind of people almost talk to people that way about anything, where it's like, oh, I believe this and I like this. So, like, whether it's politics, whether it's fucking books they read, whether it's which Star Wars they like better, whether it's what food they eat, like they were going to down talk to you like that anyway. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people see vegans talking and communicating with people in this weird, like self-righteous way. So it kind of prompts those asshole people,
Yes.
asshole people to like think like, oh, I can talk to people like that. I'm doing this thing. And I think it's like, it's the opposite of virtue signaling, but it ends up becoming what they think like is virtuous. It's like asshole signaling. It's like, I'm being an asshole to these people. So these people go, oh, cool. I'm going to do that thing to be assholes to those people too. Cause I like being better than people. So it like activates this weird sanctimonious cuntiness in their heads. And that's what I don't like about people who are vegan or keto or think their fucking diet is some like topic to discuss.
Yes.
I don't post shit about like talking shit about vegans unless I see someone vegan do it first that
Yeah.
day. Like if I'm following someone and they're like, you have to stop eating animals. I'm like, okay, you're telling me what to do. So now the war is on, bitch.
Yeah.
And I guarantee I have more energy than you because I got animal products in me,
Right.
fueling me. You're going to be all over there sleepy, tired, and like iron deficient. Fuck off. I've never met someone who's vegan that like gets like even got like enough nutrients when they weren't vegan. I'm not going to trust their fucking broccoli lumps in their face.
Broccoli lumps.
I don't know, it just came out of my head. Just go look at a vegan and like their vegan girlfriends and just like, wow, you got some dark circles under your eyes. Your hair is thinning. You look 5 years older, but it's been 6 months. What's going on? That shit hurts. Sorry, I'm just feeling very passionate today. I'm just mad because Kobe's gone and it could have been a vegan that died instead. You can't change who Kobe was, but you can change who a vegan was. So maybe they'll hear all this shit talk and they'll go, oh, maybe I am a flawed person. I'm sorry, guys. There's vegans I love too. Dude, like, you know who? There's someone that was vegan that I never knew about them being vegan.
A celebrity or a normal person?
Both, because they're like a local celebrity, but also our friend and someone we knew. Yeah.
But
I had no idea.
Okay.
He actually said it on my podcast, I
Did
think.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So weird. And I was just like, dude, I love you.
Well, because he doesn't fucking talk about it. He's not like, hey, I'm vegan. It's like, he just eats.
Just eats. It's totally fine. Oh, damn. Now maybe he's going to think I'm talking about him. His hair is thinning, dark circles under his eyes, looks 5 years older, broccoli lumps on his
Always
face.
tired.
Wesley, I'm not talking about you. But I
love
know
you.
you're listening because you love me, right? Just kidding.
He can pull off the perpetually tired look. That's just him.
Her words, not mine. I think you look like shit. I'm just kidding. You look fantastic and hot boy. But yeah, it's weird.
I think there's going to be a mourning period for me, for sure. Like, I don't don't know. And like, cause there's always like celebrities that die and you're like, oh, that's sad. That's sad. But then there's like, we said the ones that like affect the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You're giggling. Tell me what is it?
I thought I was thinking you're saying, oh, there's definitely going to be a mourning period for me after the fact that we just buried all these fucking vegans.
Slaughtered them.
But yeah.
No.
How different celebrities mean different things to you.
Yeah. And like, it's crazy because I have this memory. I'm going to brag real quick. Yes. When my mom dated one of Shaq's cousins, and when my mom had a friend that she was friends with like since they were like really little, and they had their kids at the same time, me and my friend Mason, and Mason and I went to Shaq's daughter's birthday party when we were like I want to say like 8 or 9 or something like that. But I have this like vivid memory. They were doing, and of course, it's just fucking Shaq's daughter's birthday party. So there's shit happening everywhere. Nice. There's fucking cotton candy machines. There's a lady fucking spray airbrush tattoos. Yeah. Thank you. Cool. All that kind of shit. So I got one, and I literally remember Kobe being like, that's a cool tattoo you got. And then he plucks a piece of cotton candy from my friend Mason's thing. And we both, Mason and I played basketball. So we're just sitting there fucking like exploding. Oh I know. And that memory has just been like playing.
Emboldened.
Yeah,
right
I can't.
Now.
And it's just, even that little knowing who he was. Yeah. Knowing who he was. Like just feeling and he was with like Fisher and like a couple other people too, like there. But I just remember like zeroing in on
because like something for whatever reason, maybe it's just whatever position he played. I'm not basketball
savvy.
No, yeah, savvy. I was gonna say friendly, but savvy is like one. I'm definitely basketball friendly. That's the sport I think is the most fun, and I'm the worst at.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's like a height thing, but I could not get the ball to go into the fucking hoop to save my life.
Okay.
Yeah. Sucked. But I could hit a baseball pretty decently back
I can
when I
see,
could.
as you're explaining this, I don't know why, but I understand.
You can say it's because I'm white. I get that part.
No.
I'm not trying to make this about race, but it's really easy when we're talking about, unfortunately, losing a celebrity who was a basketball player. Everyone's minds go one place. We're like, definitely wasn't one of the white ones, right? I couldn't tell you the name of one white basketball player right now that is currently playing.
I know.
I knew one that played for the Nuggets because he had like tattoos and like a mohawk and shit. Chris Anderson.
Oh,
he doesn't play basketball anymore.
I was like, I'm just listening. I'm like, okay.
Anyways, fucking, where's I going with that? What were we saying? Why did I start? See, I just start with the dumb jokes. That's why you can't be hacky, guys. Don't go for the cheap shots and the obvious jokes here. What was I saying?
I've been semi-helpful this whole time, but I can't remember what you were getting at.
Yeah, I burn people out. I can outlast people. I'm like a fucking one of those trick candles that keeps coming back on. The flame on. Twin flames. Gay categories. All right. Anyways, damn, I know. What a bummer.
Yeah, it hurt so bad. And I caught myself having a moment like, why are you gonna cry? Like he has family and like, but I feel like people can affect you so heavily indirectly and you don't realize, like you said, like you grew up knowing who he was. So think like, we're still young, but that's like damn near like our whole fucking lives. Of hearing this name, seeing their accomplishments, being stoked for them,
seriously.
like, like all that
2020 is off to a bad start, dude.
Yeah,
what a trip. That's so bizarre. Like, that's how you know someone has passed away young or much before any expected time, is when it's bizarre feeling.
Yeah.
Like, if someone gave me 5 names and they're going to be like, one of these celebrities will die tomorrow, and one of them was Kobe, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be Kobe. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
No, it's like...
He's such a young man.
He's so young. So fucking young. Like, and I kept telling my dad, like, it just doesn't feel real. Like, I feel like it's like Twilight Zone-ish. Like, not... Like, I keep going back and be like, that's not real. That's not happening. And then I keep fucking scrolling and seeing more and and it's just like, oh, it's real.
Always a tiny part, whether it's because we've watched Marvel movies or what, where I'm like, no, they're still alive.
Yes.
It's fake.
Oh,
like they're
fuck,
actually.
I'm so
I
glad you
always
just said
think
that.
about that.
I'm the same. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I had a strange feeling when I found out Bourdain killed himself. Part of me was relieved that I never had to worry about meeting him or him doing something that I didn't like or falling out of love. Like, because when he died, it was like, well, now you're immortalized in hearts forever.
Right.
And it was at like the prime of my fucking fascination. That's the only time that's ever happened to me where like someone I currently am obsessed with dies. It's kind of scary. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that one hit me heavy too. I think, yeah, that was the last time I felt like this.
Yeah.
Like how I feel with Kobe right now.
It's and there's part of me that like doesn't want to get too specific necessarily about like what Kobe may or may not mean to me, because I feel like I wasn't really a basketball fan. I'm not necessarily a big Laker fan. I'm not, you know, any of that. Like it means something different to me. And the identity of like a celebrity and what they mean, and like him being like number 8, like when I was a kid, like that's forever in my head. Like that's a totally different, I've heard that name. I just mentioned Kobe Bryant 2 podcasts ago talking about him. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I have no reason to be talking about fucking like sports or Lakers or like football or basketball like that, excuse me. And it was there. It was on. That's the one I chose to talk about. He really, yeah.
I know. There's nothing you can, like, there's no wrapping up how you feel about it, I feel.
He's like the epitome of like modern day celebrity and athlete to me. And like that's who it's like someone took one of the main characters out of the story of our lives in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like one of the big characters, you know what I mean? That's weird. Yeah. Strange. I'm really sad to hear that one of his daughters is with him.
Yeah,
But also, like, how many daughters does he have?
I think there's a really little baby that's like 3 or something like that. And then I want to say an older teenager, like, I don't know, like 16, 17, 18, something like that. And then I think there's 3. So I think there's, I don't know. Oh God, what?
I didn't say
what?
I was just thinking, like, what if the one girl's like, oh, jealous? She's like, oh, of course she gets to go in the helicopter because she's 13, but I don't get cool shit anymore. And then they're just like, she's mad about it, and then they die, and she's feeling guilty. But that's probably not real. I'm sure the other one had plenty of helicopter rides. Right. See, that's just where my mind went. I didn't say, okay, what's the next fucked up thing I can say? It was literally just like, wouldn't that suck? Because like, I've also had like fucked up thoughts about like being in positions of like, I don't know, someone dying and me thinking something fucked up. I can't think of any right now because I'm thinking about Kobe.
Deep breath.
Deep breath. Good idea. Don't take enough deep breaths.
None of us do. That's why people always up in here in the chest when you're anxious or whatever. You're supposed to take your breath all the way down into your diaphragm. And if you seriously just sit and properly breathe for like 5 minutes, you're like, I've never had this much oxygen in my body in my fucking life. Like, that can take me from panicking to everything's fine in like 30 seconds. Some deep breaths, literally. You
know what people can do is they go join a jiu-jitsu gym and fucking learn, because that'll get you on top of your breathing. Because if you don't, you're literally out of breath, panicking, you're giving up, and you're like too disoriented, and your brain's not getting enough oxygen. You can't identify what the next sequence to do is, and then you're being choked or strangled. Now it's your life on the line. By all means, whether it's technical or simulated, it actually happening. It's a trip. I remember having a lot of struggle breathing and having like, oh shit, I need to take my breath down. And it's really good because I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a while, and now I notice like there's a lot of people breathing heavily around me, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not breathing heavily. I'm just as sweaty for whatever reason. Fucking poor sweat, but yeah, that's really good for breathing.
I never thought of that, like that aspect.
It just ups your cardio. Oh yeah, no, I think that's part of me why I want like friends of mine to like come on over, come join jujitsu. I want to see what you're made of. Can you handle this shit where we're fucking having panic attacks and it's literally our body going, your life is on the line. Your life is on the line. Defend yourself. You can't think. You're running out of breath. And your brain's going, fuck. So you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Breathing's good.
Yeah,
you said you had like low blood pressure, chronic low blood pressure.
I do. Well, it's like
so
it's
wouldn't
it's
it
called POTS.
POTS.
Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome or something like that. Basically, my legs just don't like push blood up to my head fast enough. So like for a minute, I was thinking I was like anemic. Like, you know, I'm like, oh,
okay.
I'm getting woozy
So
when I'm
vegan
standing.
would be bad for you.
It would be. I don't know. But like, I'm just telling my oncologist, like, yo, I'm fucking woozy when I'm like standing too quick. I'm like, obviously, anyone they stand too quick, they're gonna feel a little passy outy. But like, she measured my blood pressure sitting down, standing up, and like sitting down, laying down, standing up, and she said that she could tell between the variances and the numbers that my like. So and then like I don't do like hardcore cardio very well. Like anything that kind of like gets my blood pressure it gets me like dizzy and shit like that. And I eat a lot of salt.
Okay.
I eat a lot of fucking salt, like more than like
That's interesting. So yeah, because that's gonna up your the blood pressure. Why wouldn't it almost behoove yourself to do heart pounding activities because your blood pressure is getting higher? Does that not? To me, that
I
would
thought
make
so
sense.
too, but I think from what I've read about it, like I don't even know how to explain it very well, and I'm gonna butcher it, but like it's something with the fact that like your body almost like can't handle it. Like it can handle it, but you'll feel like super fucking sick.
It's like we're low for a reason. If you go high, we're going out. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, and sometimes like I was at work. It was the beginning of the month, so my boss and I were putting up all the the sale tags for the month, and from kneeling and standing and crouching, like I all of a sudden was like, hey Tammy, I'm gonna go sit down real quick. And if you read on Google, like sometimes like when you're feeling like gnarly like that and all dizzy, like sitting can just help it, because then it gives your body a chance to just like. And I immediately felt better after sitting. I was like, oh yes, this is where we're supposed to be. Like, make the joke.
I don't have a joke. I was just gonna say I might faint right now just talking about it, and I know Kylie's listening, going, "Oh God, you're talking about blood pressure. Is he gonna faint?" And she's like waiting for it because she'll say like, "I remember when you were talking about that." I was like, "Is this motherfucker gonna faint?" She's never seen me faint, but like talking about blood for some reason, talking about like anatomical things like that, my palms are sweaty, gets me like woozy, and I don't fucking know why.
I can't watch
my ankle
surgeries.
just got cold.
Did it?
I can probably watch surgeries. That's fine.
No, I can't.
Oh fuck! You're talking about it, and now I can feel like the room getting darker.
Stop.
That's so weird.
No, stay with me.
Fuck, I'm out of water too. Son of a bitch. Ugh.
I have a little bit.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's yours. That's literally your fucking spit. That's like all backwash right there.
I mean,
ugh, it's even slimy like drool. It looks like it's right out of a dog's jowls. Look at that. Gross. I'm really happy we got to talk some shit. I got to talk some shit on vegans.
yeah.
I was looking at my notes. I was like, I need to know.
Yeah, I just can't fucking stand that shit. And I think,
yeah.
let me fucking tell you,
Yeah.
I'm getting angry. When people think that they can tell me how they think I should be fucking eating because I had cancer, they're like, well, you know you had cancer, so you probably... And I'm like, fucking die. Go fucking die. Like,
you go get cancer. Tell me how you fucking think this is going to help.
I'm like, trust me, I have read all the things there is to read about diet. And I mean, and let me fucking say that the doctors kind of tell you some, like, literally, I had them say, like, if all you feel like you can eat is ice cream, then eat it.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
your body telling you need some fucking ice cream, dude.
I'm just like, okay, that's not really healthy, but okay. Like, but yeah, like I've had people be like, well, a vegan diet is good for blah, blah, blah.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
They're
but
fine.
the doctors aren't nutritionists, and my doctor was a fat guy, and he was like, well, yeah, maybe you should talk to a nutritionist. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to fucking talk to you,
Right.
Blumpo.
Well, they
so-
only have like literally, I think, an equivalent of like an hour or two. I mean, maybe it's more than that, but like in all of their fucking schooling, it is the tiniest amount. And I'm like, why is that? I'm like, nutrition is almost everything. Like if
it seriously is, because it can cause cancer,
Yes.
or it can help prevent it too.
Exactly.
Like it's literally the number one cause of people's demise is cancer, and people are like, fucking this is something that could negate or embolden it. This is important.
Yeah. 80% of serotonin, is produced in your stomach. Your stomach is your like almost your first brain, literally. Like if your stomach's
This is definitely my
fucked up-
first brain.
Yeah.
And then I know my second brain, and my actual brain is like number 3.
Right.
Also, I try not to listen to advice or take advice too seriously from anyone that isn't in a position that I want to be in.
Yeah.
Or am going towards, or at least mentally, like I'm trying to achieve. So like, I don't listen to people who are in worse shape than me necessarily, because I know part of them, they're coming from a place of experience, and I'm like, only you would know because you fucking got yourself there. So maybe there's that. But like, I don't listen to fucking people about shit. Like I'm like my aunt used to always tell me, like how badly I need to like get a job and like do certain things. And I was like, I'm sorry, aunt, but you live in a trailer park. Technically, I don't give, like, your advice doesn't necessarily like resonate with me, because I don't want to be anywhere you've ended up. I want to be where I want to end up, and you can't relate because you haven't had those dreams.
Right.
I was just speaking to my grandma recently about this, and because she's super like, you need to have a full-time job, Dallas, and what's someone gonna do? And they look at your resume and they see no college and no this, and I'm like, Grandma, what did you want to be when you grow up? And she's like, I just married your grandfather. I'm like, you didn't fucking have any like dreams. You didn't have any like musical aspirations. You didn't have, you weren't good at things like that. And she admitted to me, she's like, you're right. I didn't have any of that. And I was like, exactly. I can't take your advice wholeheartedly, because it's just that's good for like a housewife. That's what made your life good, doing that. And that's cool. Or it made a husband, like a provider, really good. And I inevitably want to be one, but that's not jiving with me right now. So I'm not going to listen to you. I've never seen a vegan that is in better shape because of anything other than steroids than me. I'm not going to listen to them about nutrition. It doesn't fucking register with me. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, I feel it. A lot of people on their diets are just annoying. Like, I get it if you want to, like, when Kylie and I bonded over being gluten-free, I was like, oh, fuck yes.
I also don't listen to Kylie about nutritional advice. And that's just because I'm a stubborn asshole.
Yeah, I don't know. I think...
I just don't eat vegetables, and it drives her crazy.
You don't
drives
eat vegetables at all?
I mean, I do, like, not on purpose. I've never purposefully purchased any vegetable in my life.
Oh, fuck.
I eat, like, primarily meat.
I see your burgers in your stories, and they look
I could do better than those burgers. So I need to start
delicious.
getting some better steaks, and I think I need to get a better quality
How do
burger.
you cook a steak?
I don't know.
Have you cooked a steak?
No. Like, I'm a horrible carnivore. See, that's the thing, is like, I'm not even that fucking big of a fucking like meat eater type person. I literally just vegan suck. So I'm like, go in this direction now.
I'm just do what you want to do, boo boo. If you're healthy, I've seen healthy vegans and I've seen not healthy vegans and I've seen healthy carnivore. Like, I've seen all, and I'm just like, just don't fucking preach to me your diet. Like, just don't, or I'm gonna
there's
fucking
a
eat
honeymoon
you.
phase with it, where when you're eating a vegan diet, you're going to be losing a lot of calories from greasy, horrible, bad food. Now you're eating vegetables, which is less processed food. You're not eating fast food, not eating all these things. So your body's going to go, oh, yes, this is good. We're losing weight. You're lighter. You're probably feeling like you're losing weight. Everyone likes losing weight. Everyone likes looking a little slimmer. You know, it's what's popular. And then eventually you have these diminishing returns. And 2-3 years down the line, like I've never seen a friend of mine stick with a vegan diet that long, ever. And if I'd love to see someone who stuck with that ended up feeling and looking better than they did, you know, before they started it.
You know what my thing is?
Yeah.
Not everyone believes in it.
What?
I'm a firm believer in the blood type diet.
Oh, what's that?
You just
I've
they
never heard of that.
Yeah, there's like my coworker does it. There's a few people that I know that do it, and they literally I mean, I'm not an expert even close. Like I don't know nearly enough.
Yeah,
but
let's
I'm
clarify, everyone. We're
yes.
shit talking. If you think we're experts, take my advice from earlier. Don't listen to advice from anyone that's not in a position you'd also like to be in.
But they say that certain foods are compatible and not compatible with your blood type. Like I met a lady at work one time and she was like fucking buying collagen. Like a lot of these fucking women that come in my job.
So what is collagen? Is that?
Call it like just like a collagen powder, but women take it for like skin, hair, nails, joints. Like
What's it made out of? Like the...
Well, there's vegan collagen. Like there's garden of like...
No. What's collagen made out of? If you have to put your word in front of the thing, it's not that. Make up a fucking new word. It's stupid. There's no such thing as vegan chicken. It's cunt bag meal number 2. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's collagen?
I don't know molecularly what collagen is, but it's from like on the thing it says from hydrolyzed bovine collagen or eggshell membrane collagen or so, like the factors of whatever that help like with your joints and like your elasticity and skin.
I think when I think of collagen, I think of like cartilage and joints and things like that.
Yeah, totally. And that's basically that's what it caters to. And then a lot of women want it because it helps like with keeping like youthful skin and stuff like that. And it really does help with like
vampires.
I know. Fuck.
That's literally almost vampirical because you're consuming things that are
sustaining
blood,
you,
like animal parts, into making yourself younger. Weird. Maybe vampires got it figured out, and they don't have to. Anyways,
okay.
I don't want to talk about vampires, but I kind of do.
Okay.
AD Dallas. Okay.
Oh, but so the lady, she was like, my whole life, like I would feel really sick, like when I ate chicken, and she was like, and I just always felt, and she was like, and I liked it, so she was like, it's easy to cook, like whatever. But she was like, it just always didn't sit well with me. And then she checked her blood type because she said she just had like a lot of gastrointestinal issues and stuff. So she looked into the blood type diet, and her blood type said that it's averse to poultry. And she said that night and day, a lot of the symptoms she'd be feeling and all that stuff went away after she stopped
So
eating.
she couldn't even have turkey? That's poultry?
But now, I mean, so she told me, she was like, I eat like beef and like whatever. She was like, but like literally it was like, makes me feel sick.
That's really interesting.
I know. That's why, and my coworker, she's O positive or something like that. And she's like, I'm not supposed to have this, this, and this. And when I don't eat those things, I feel great. And when I do, I feel a huge difference.
I don't even know what my blood type is.
I don't either. And it's fucking crazy.
If you knew what my blood type was, I'd kill you. Because that's too far. You better not know what my fucking blood type is. No.
I'm not going to comment on whether or not I know your blood type or not, 'cause I don't want to die. I don't know my blood type either, and it's kind of fucked up because I've had so much blood drawn from me as a person who's had cancer. Like you would think they'd like care. Yeah, look, just think about my blood like escaping my body.
Oh, you know what? This is something else that makes me very like kind of like stomach sick or like very like nauseous. I just bring this up yet again. Sorry, folks. The white man's bringing race into the thing. Because you're a young black lady. I had found a dead body when I was a kid.
I heard.
And it was a young black lady, and she had like obviously like blood loss, so she was a little pale, and that makes me extremely like woozy and uncomfortable.
I can't
and
even
really fucks
imagine.
me up. And like, so you talking about you getting your blood drawn?
Brought
me
like,
right
the black
there.
girl's losing blood.
Yeah, I was like, and 10-year-old Dallas is out of here.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
so I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I will
Anyways.
avert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry to make you.
No, you're totally fine. Talk about whatever you'd like. If you can talk about shit to the extent that I have to like cover my ears and go, no, or I'm fainting, you win. The
win.
show's yours. You fucking dominated.
Kiana takes over.
Oh, yeah.
I could never do what you do.
What do you mean?
Like this. Like, I'm not good at being like, so. So what do you like to do in your spare time? Like, I'm just not, I don't know.
Do you work with people?
I do work with people.
That's how I learned. Because if you listen to the first episode of this and you listen to the last episode of this, night and day difference.
Okay. I'll have to do that. That's my homework.
Yeah, no,
I'm going to analyze the shit.
No, seriously,
I'm
like
just kidding.
all of you people, if you have some sort of like interest in like podcasting or performing or doing anything that you're nervous about or afraid about, a perfect example is listen to the dipshit on episode 1, 2, and 3, and like everything at like at least to like the first 7 or 8 episodes, like it's pretty bad, like really bad. You know what I mean? And listen to like the more recent ones. I know they sound better because they come off better. I don't feel anxious. I'm not like, okay, no, what are we talking about? And I'm not like in my head a bunch. It's very natural. It's very organic. And that shit took time. I had to learn to do this. It was just something I wanted to do. And guys, if there's something that is out there that you want to do and you're afraid of because you're not good at it, like you said earlier, you're afraid of like looking stupid. Like I am now, this is why I did the things. I looked stupid in the first couple episodes, and now I'm here and I have this wisdom to talk about it with, even if it's just like a little minute amount of wisdom, because it's just like a year out, you know, the year anniversary is Friday. So it's like that big of a difference. Wow. It just takes doing something enough times. Like I'm at the lowest level in jiu-jitsu. Like I'm a white belt. And not to bring race into it again, but
you wanted to. That's okay.
I always go for the fucking joke. I can't help it. I'm a white belt, and like I feel like I'm decent for a white belt. It took a lot of sucking at white belt. Like I can look over and people, they took the chance to like be bad at something to be good at something. You have to take that fucking opportunity, that chance.
Yeah.
So
and look how it turned out for you.
Everyone, yeah. Now I have to fucking clean my room once a week to have someone over here, and this still isn't clean. That's my big gripe with it.
I don't like perfectly clean rooms. Freak me out.
Yeah.
Like I like a little clutter, but like normal, like some keys on the table, like, you know, a cup of water that you were drinking last night. But like if it's like fucking sterile, I'm like, why is it?
That's a serial killer. Yeah. I went through a phase where I had a perfectly clean room. I moved from my house. We had to put all our stuff in storage, moved in with my sister, like 7 people, 2-bedroom apartment, big nightmare. Didn't have any of my own personal belongings. Then finally, about like over a year, almost 2 years later, we finally got our own place again. And then we finally got all our old stuff out of storage. And it was like, oh my gosh, my things. I could have fucking stuff again. I could have things. So I had a really small room in a trailer on my cousin's property, and I made it fucking spick and span, super clean, super like organized. I had like a row for my shoes and like books, and it was cleaned all the time. My mom was concerned. She was like, Dallas, do we need to talk about something?
She's like, does your underlying need to have your room spotless mean something much larger in the grand scheme of things?
Are you getting along with the kids at school? I mean, I hate teenagers too, but you're going to go kill other teenagers, are you? I think she was concerned.
Because you're white, and most mass shooters are
you
white.
You did it first. Yeah. I think it's just, that's white privilege. Mass shooting is white privilege, because it's just like, I'm pretty sure I can get a lot of people. Look at all these bullets I have. Probably have access to more bullets. There's a joke in there somewhere. It's written in the blood of teenagers, but I can't think of the joke.
Oh my God. Jesus.
This has been a fucking amazing episode. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm really glad that like you asked, because I don't know what the fuck I would have been doing on this lovely Sunday
I love
afternoon.
when I ask first. When people ask first, they go to the bottom of the list, depending on who
You're
they
like,
are.
No.
I'm like, okay, don't be annoying. Bye. Unless they're like someone I super want to have on. I'm like, I'm so glad you asked because I wasn't gonna ask, and now you're on.
Right.
And now it's awesome. So it's all whatever. If you guys want to be on genuinely, you can ask me, and I would love to talk to you.
Just know
Most
you'll be at the
people.
bottom of the list.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, but like when I started, people were annoying. And like some people were annoying, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck are you? No, but no one really does that anymore. I'm just shit talking, as y'all know.
Yeah.
Y'all
Folks.
Any parting thoughts here? Anything you want to add to the conversation before I interrupt again?
Not that I know of. Just thanks for the fucking privilege. Not the white kind.
Ouch.
Just kidding. No, but this was rad. I appreciate this. This is cool.
Good. Yeah, this is really rad. You're welcome back anytime. And thank you for being on. I know Kylie's happy that she has a friend on, and there's a female perspective on again.
I love you, Kylie. Fuck.
Aw.
Kylie's biggest fan besides you, I think. And Hannah, no, just kidding. Okay.
I'm the physically biggest fan. The circumference of my neck eclipses everyone else's fandom.
Right.
And this is the Bad Etiquette podcast. Where the fuck are you?